Hello! I have no idea how to start this, but I wanted to introduce myself to this side of the internet. It feels really weird to say this, but I guess there's someone watching this right now, so I shouldn't sound as awkward to you as it sounds to me. I'll get used to it, I hope. So, I'm making this video to quickly get over the first video introduction thing. My name is Mitty, and I'm an artist and an indie game developer. I also animate sometimes and do random stuff, but that's not the focus at the moment. The thing is, I'm currently developing an art game. I've been posting updates on Tumblr and Twitter for the past year, since this game was in its early development stages, and it is now almost officially out of the early development area. I figured it was time for me to maybe expand the way the updates are made to a different platform. And that's where YouTube comes in. Of course, I'll still mostly rely on writing posts, but even so, I'd like to post the big updates here whenever I can, and give you guys a better insight on one of the many ways possible to create a game. I think it will be fun for everyone. I'd also like to make some fun things with my art, like voiceovers, game reviews, and that kind of thing. So I guess the content will be pretty varied. English is also not my first language, so sorry if I have some spelling mistakes. Another one of my goals has to do with introducing more people to this amazing game-making engine called RPG Maker and its community, especially in the RPG Maker games community. A lot of really great titles have been published by single developers and even teams with the help of this engine, and most of them didn't even require to know how to write in any programming language for the whole process. Those games inspired me, and thanks to them I've found a way to use my art and tell a story with it, in which you, well, play a role. I'm mostly an artist, so it would be hard for me to learn a completely new language to program. You can find my art on Twitter and Tumblr. But I've talked enough about plans. I'd like to still tell you about the actual game that I'm developing. That game is called Marionette. As I've mentioned before, this game is being developed in RPG Maker, specifically RPG Maker MV. I'm the main developer, artist, writer and programmer, but thankfully I'm not alone in developing the game, since a few friends accepted to join me in this journey. Here you can find the links for the game's blog and Twitter. So, the game is about this 10-year-old girl called Marionette, Mari for short, and she is moving to a new house with her mother. She is left alone for a few minutes to explore the house with her precious doll. However, something happens and Mari ends up ripping her dress and leaving her doll in the crime scene. In panic, she tries to find a way to fix it, but she gets caught by her mother and is sent to her room. So night settles and Mari can sleep in this new house without the comfort of her doll. So she gets out of bed in a mission to quickly sneak out and go get her doll back. Little did she know that wouldn't be that easier of a task. Instead of her doll, Marionette finds a cute and kinda worn out dollhouse, and that's where her journey begins. I've been really secretive of the whole story of the game. I've been working on the demo, and hopefully once that is released the synopsis will be less vague and you'll understand better how things play out. Currently the biggest problem that I've been facing on the development of the game has been the lack of time. This game is going to be free and it's a hobby for me to work on it. Because of that, life gets in the way, and sometimes I can go a whole month where I can barely work on maps, portraits, sprites and other assets. And I don't want to give those tasks to another artist, and that's why it's more probable that on 3 days on holidays I get more things done than in 3 normal weeks. Finally, thank you for listening to me. I'm really glad that you've listened to me until now. And if you got interested, make sure to subscribe and follow or wherever you'd like. If you also have any tips on how to YouTube or what you would like to see, don't be afraid to leave a comment. And yeah, I'm looking forward to talking with you again. So, bye!